Netflix runs on AWS. Spotify runs on Google Cloud. Uber splits across Google and Oracle. They didn't choose multi-cloud because it's trendy. They chose it because at their scale it solves real technical problems. But here's what nobody talks about. The infrastructure bill? That's only 30 to 40% of what multi-cloud actually costs you. The rest hides in places your cloud dashboard will never show. And for most companies, that hidden cost is the one that kills the project. Think about what happens inside your engineering team. Every cloud provider has its own way of doing everything. Its own SDK, its own command line tools, its own way of handling permissions. So your engineers aren't just learning one system, they're maintaining 3 different mental models simultaneously. And that knowledge doesn't come cheap. Multi-cloud engineers command 20 to 30% higher salaries than single cloud specialists. You need more of them, and they're harder to find. Meanwhile, your cloud bill can literally double just from the operational overhead, before you even talk about the actual compute costs. That's not a one-time migration expense. That's a permanent line item. Nana showed you the cloud bill doubles, but she didn't show you where the real money goes. That's 70%? It's your people. Multi-cloud engineers command 20 to 30% higher salaries than single cloud specialists. And you need more of them. Every feature your team builds has to be tested and validated across multiple providers. That means features ship 2 to 3 times slower. When something breaks at 3 in the morning, your on-call engineer isn't debugging one platform. They're switching between 3 completely different systems, 3 different dashboards, 3 different mental models. The meter is always running. The real danger isn't just the extra line item on the monthly invoice. It's the permanent, compounding overhead that settles into your organizational DNA. When you move to multi-cloud, you aren't just managing different providers, you're managing different mental models. This creates a massive cognitive load for your engineers. They can't just master one ecosystem, they have to maintain expertise across disparate security models and networking logic. This expertise comes at a steep price. Because these specialists are rare, you'll find yourself paying a significant market premium just to attract the right talent. But the cost isn't just in salaries. It's in the friction of every deployment. Every single change now requires a cross-provider validation process to ensure a configuration in AWS doesn't break a dependency in Azure. This friction acts like a brake on your entire engineering organization, turning what should be rapid iterations into slow, high-stakes coordination efforts. The real issue isn't just the extra time spent staring at a screen, it's the cognitive load of switching mental models. When a service fails, your engineers aren't just looking for a bug. They are hunting through 3 different sets of permissions, 3 different networking topologies, and 3 different ways of interpreting a simple error log. You are forcing your team to maintain expertise in AWS, Azure, and GCP simultaneously. This fragmentation creates a massive visibility gap where a configuration error in one cloud can trigger a cascading failure in another, and by the time the team realizes they re-looking at the wrong dashboard, the outage has already impacted your customers. The math behind vendor lock-in is often more favorable than the theoretical leverage of multi-cloud. While the idea of playing providers against each other sounds smart, the reality is that the heavy lifting happens through commitments, not competition. When you sign a 1 or 3 year contract, you aren't just getting a lower rate. You are securing a predictable cost structure that eliminates the volatility of spot pricing and egress fees. This deep, predictable discount often provides a larger margin of safety than the marginal savings gained from shifting workloads to a cheaper provider. In many cases, the leverage of being able to move is an illusion, because by the time you've re-engineered your networking and security to leave, the cost of the migration has already wiped out any potential savings. So now you have the numbers. But a matrix only works if you're honest about where your team actually sits. Most companies under 500 engineers don't need 3 clouds. They need 1 cloud, deployed across multiple regions, with committed use discounts saving them 30 to 60%. That alone usually beats whatever negotiating leverage multi-cloud supposedly gives you. The exception matters though. If your data team genuinely needs BigQuery while your core app runs on AWS like Spotify does, then a targeted hybrid makes sense. You're not running 3 full stacks. You're calling specific services where one provider clearly wins. That's surgical, not sprawling. The trap is the middle path. Teams that go multi-cloud without a specific service need end up in perpetual migration, always moving workloads, never finishing, because the operational overhead eats all their engineering capacity. Before you pick a column, ask one question. Do we need a specific service from another provider that has no real equivalent on our primary cloud? If the answer is no, commit to one provider, lock in the discount, and spend that engineering budget on shipping product instead of managing infrastructure. Most companies never finish that audit. They get stuck in a loop of migrating workloads without ever calculating the full picture. Remember, infrastructure cost is only 30 to 40% of what multi-cloud actually costs you. The engineering salaries, the slower shipping speed, the 3 a.m. incidents across multiple platforms, that's where the real money hides. So grab that template, plug in your own numbers across all 6 categories we covered. If your total lands lower on single cloud with committed discounts, you just saved your company 30 to 60%. Thanks for sticking through the deep end with us. Hit subscribe. We break down these decisions every week so you don't have to learn them the hard way.